How's it going? How are you, Yaz?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. But I've just had my head wandering around the idea of dating again, right?
I think you need to get on it.
No, but how does it work now in terms of you're dating?
What do you mean, how does it work? You meet somebody, Ilma, and then you go on a few dates with them. That's how you date.
Okay, after the date, you meet someone nice. What happens next? How do we deal with the conversation of what are we?
Buckle up, bitches. This is gonna get bumpy. This is the breakup diet.
Labels, that's what I'm scared of. Maybe not the dating part, labels.
You want to know how to get out of like a situationship and get a girlfriend label? Is that what you're asking me?
How do we navigate and understand what the boundaries are? I get that when you're dating, you're not immediately girlfriend and boyfriend, but then at the same time, you kind of want to be, I would want them to be loyal.
Yeah, I get you. So what are labels? Like, what do you think labels are?
Okay, so the labels that I can think of, this is based on like Love Island, genuinely. Boyfriend, girlfriend, exclusive. I hate that term, exclusive.
I don't understand exclusive, to be honest.
Hate it so much.
It's like you're dating or you're not. What's exclusive? What is exclusive?
Like, just say boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah, but what is exclusive?
Okay, so when I was seeing my ex and he asked for us to be exclusive, I asked him the exact same question and he said, oh, it's when we don't see other people.
That makes no sense.
So I'm just like, oh, why don't you just make me your girlfriend?
Yeah, so what can they do if you're exclusive?
You can't
If you cheat, it's okay because you're exclusive, not boyfriend, girlfriend. Is that what it is?
Oh my god, do you think that's what it is?
Well, what else is it?
Pigs. So basically, they want access to me and access to you, everyone.
Yeah, they want their cake and eat it too. Is that the right saying? Their cake and eat it too.
Yes, we should know. The cake is our third co-host.
I know, they can't have our cake. We have the cake.
Yeah.
The cake's ours.
Yeah. So what does that mean? So you can't...
Well, you tell me, you've been in it. I haven't been in it.
It's just a hellhole of more blurred lines, if anything. I probably was way more confused than I was without the label.
Yeah. So what? You were seeing each other for like a few weeks and then he was like, let's become exclusive.
Yeah.
Did he like ask you like he was asking you out? Or how did he ask you?
Oh my god, no, he didn't even ask me. He would just tell people in front of me that we're exclusive.
I think exclusive means for the man, I think it means they can get with somebody else, but you can't.
Pigs! I can't cope with it.
What else are the other labels? So there's exclusive, there's boyfriend, girlfriend, there's single, there's desperate.
I'll put my hand up for that.
So what do you think a label does? Does it just make you more confused or less confused?
I think I would be less confused if it was the traditional label of girlfriend, boyfriend, or engaged, or marriage. Basically the labels our parents had growing up.
Yeah.
Why has it gotten so much more complicated?
Yeah. I don't know. I can't tell you.
Just choose. Just pick me.
Yeah.
Choose me. Love me. Pick. Just pick me.
I don't know what... I think I've only been single or a girlfriend.
That's so nice. Have you ever been in a situationship?
Yeah, I've been in loads of situationships, so I guess... But they weren't even exclusive. They weren't said that, so...
So none of them...
I mean, I was, but they probably weren't.
So none of them asked you what your vibe is. What are you feeling towards them?
I didn't get to that stage.
Oh.
I would have been like in love. No, joking.
Now that you're obviously in a relationship, you've got the label of a girlfriend. He's got the label of a boyfriend. Does it make you feel more secure and stable?
Yeah, for sure. Because I feel like when you don't have a label on your relationship, you don't know how to act. You don't know what the boundaries are. You don't know where their head is as much. Although it's so simple, just having that word, it does make you feel more at ease.
There's so much weight to that one word alone. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, but do you think that having a label then puts more pressure on your situationship? So you stop just enjoying each other's like company and stuff, and then you become more stressed out on because they're a boyfriend, they should do this.
Yeah, that's actually true, because if you're boyfriend, girlfriend, you should be technically celebrating Valentine's Day and Christmas presents and just all these expenditure. And then when you've got, I don't know, a holiday with your friends and they're bringing all their couples, you know, you've got that pressure to bring your boyfriend, or
so
I think a lot.
I think a label is like good most of the time, but sometimes I think it can put stress on your own relationship. For me, I feel like it did because I expected more.
Oh my gosh. So what more did you want from, because obviously at the start it's nice, you like their company, it's nice hanging out with them. What was the more for you personally?
You want him to do the most. You hear all the like good things, and the movies, and you want them to do that.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
Flowers all the time, picking you up from the train station, I don't know, going out for dinner, going on holidays. It's like a lot. So you feel their job should be serving you. No, joking.
No, but I get what you mean. You want their presence a bit more.
Yeah, even though it shouldn't really change from what it was before, really.
But you just want to feel more closer and more connected.
Yeah.
I think that's quite normal, no?
Yeah, I think it's normal, but I think it's also bad.
Because of the pressure it adds.
So that's probably why people don't want to go into being like in a label. Because they don't want that extra pressure that I think women put on men.
Oh, this is so unfair.
But then, do you think men do the same thing but for different reasons? Like, do you think that now you're the girlfriend, you have to cook for them, you have to clean for them?
Oh my god, this story is gonna piss me off, Yaz.
Go on.
So when I got the title of wife, the expectations was suddenly that I clean up after him.
Ew.
And wash the dishes and stuff. And
ew, boys are so gross.
the excuse was, his reasoning was, oh, but, you know, I'm the provider and you're working from home anyway. Why don't you provide me a cleaner? Like, I'm not a cleaner, I'm your wife. It honestly, the pressure as a wife was the hardest, because they want, I don't know if we can say this word, they want a whore, they want a cleaner, they want like a therapist all in one.
And that your problems also, I guess, your problems weren't as, you know, at the forefront. It's all about him.
Yeah. And naturally, as a woman, we're such nurturers. We always tend to just take care of everyone around us.
Yeah.
And naturally, I like took that role on top of my day job, and then modeling, and then influencing, and then to be a whore, a therapist, and a cleaner at once.
Oh God, you had so many labels.
Yeah, take them away from me, like.
So we don't want labels. Not if they're that.
If the expectations are so much behind a label, I think maybe no, I don't want it.
But would you not be more confused then? You know, imagine you didn't have that label. Would you not be there, like, wondering, why am I doing all this sort of stuff? Because you would still do a lot of the stuff, let's be honest, but you wouldn't even have a label of it. So you'd just be doing the stuff for nothing.
I completely get you. And then you have that confusion of whether he's being loyal or if it's the right thing to stop seeing other people on my end as well.
So what are some of the good things? Let's do some of the pros and cons of a label.
Good things personally for me, I love that it kind of acted as a vow to be loyal to each other. It kind of is.
Security, basically.
Definitely. The security is actually so worth it. And then you can kind of introduce him proudly to people, saying, oh, like, he's mine, we're just each other's, we're only seeing each other, he's my boyfriend. It is exciting to have that.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you something. Is that just for other people then?
Yeah. Yeah. It is nice to be like, oh, sorry guys, I'm out of the trenches, I got a man, bye.
Yeah, good luck on the streets.
Oh,
to be fair, it is rough. It is rough.
You're telling me.
It is rough. I was on the streets.
You're telling me.
Like a rat.
No, genuinely, I'm like the flea on the rat.
What's another pro? Another pro would be like that you can plan stuff more because you're more secure. So you're more secure, so you can be like, let's go here together. I want this when I'm older because you feel more comfortable.
Yeah, you can plan your future properly.
Yeah, whereas like if it's someone then that you don't know how long they're going to be around, you really want to invest that time and that energy in them and plan, you know, because they're like, well, you might not be here tomorrow.
I can't lie, from experience, it's the guys without the labels that want the most out of me. No, genuinely, they go, oh, but what about babies? You don't want babies? And I'm like, oh, but you haven't asked me to be your girlfriend, let alone a ring. I'm not having a kid before marriage.
What the hell is that about? What is that about? I've never heard that.
And they would say it in such endearing way, being like, oh, I'd love to have kids with you.
I think, you know what I think that is? Is a power trip. They want you to want it, but they don't want it so that they can take it away.
Oh, it's all just games. I'm sick of it, yeah.
Another pro of like having a label means that you're not as confused, and that way you can, you know, be more settled in yourself, and you can, you know, be happier. Okay, now what are the cons?
Oh, well, cons, personally, I feel if the expectation's too much, it's kind of hard to avoid it, because at the end of the day, girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband.
Yeah.
There are duties behind each of those labels, and if you're not up for it, it's hard.
Yeah, it is hard. Also, if you rush into a label, somebody should not be ready for it though too. So say you start dating someone and you're like, bang, we're boyfriend, girlfriend, and they're like still about the streets, you know, they're still sniffing around. Like the rat they are.
Yeah.
Then they're going to cheat on you. And because you have that expectation that they're not meant to be loyal to you, you get way more hurt.
Oh.
That's a bad thing about a label.
That is. I never thought about it that way.
Have you never been in a relationship where you've like jumped into being something more and then it backfire?
No, nothing quick. It was more just the guy would speak on behalf of me for what the label is. I'd roll with it, and then I'd just find something horrific. Nothing to do with the labels, just either they were married, they were cheating, all that.
So they already had prior labels.
Yeah. They wanted to add more. They wanted more cleaners, I guess.
How long do you think you should wait until you bring up a label chat?
I would say at least in the first 2 months, no.
First 2 months, so...
Maybe in the first month if you're seeing each other that regularly.
Okay, and how would you do it? Have you ever done it?
I've never done it. Like I said, the stupid men around me speak on behalf of me.
But do you not think that's just making them get first in, you know? Yeah. This is what we are. Bang.
Yeah.
So maybe you need to get first in.
I think so too. That's if I even get in.
You will get in. You will get in.
What's another con personally for you? Because you're the one with like an actual label.
This isn't for me because I don't find this yet.
Yeah.
But maybe down the line we will. I think sometimes when you put a label on a relationship, you can become quite complacent and lazy.
The spice goes away.
Yeah, so like you can be like, oh, they're my girlfriend, so I don't need to put in that extra effort. Or, oh, they're my boyfriend, so like I know they're gonna be there for me no matter what. So like, meh, don't need to go out for dinner.
Yeah, don't need to organise Valentine's Day or don't...
Yeah. So sometimes I think it can make your relationship a bit dull. Whereas like if it's in this toxic of you don't know where you are, it is kind of fun. It's horrible, but the highs are really high and the lows are really low.
Oh, just depends on what you guys want, really.
Yeah, so pick your poison.
Yeah, I completely get where you're coming from. The complacency does kill the relationship.
Do you think that labels kill a relationship?
There's just good and bad in each of the situation, isn't it? Because obviously I see you've got the boyfriend-girlfriend label and you guys are great. And then I see other people without the label, they're also doing so well navigating their relationship by themselves in their own way.
Do you think that they would want the label if they could have it?
Honestly, we got to get them on the pod. But it's more just the societal pressure. Do you not think that there's a societal pressure to have a label now?
No. I think there's less.
Do you think?
Yeah, because think about how many people that they don't have a label now, whereas I feel like with our parents, they would have had a label straight away. You're seeing someone, you go on 3-4 dates, they're your boyfriend, you know? Whereas I feel like that isn't like that anymore. I know so many girls that are like perfect girls to date that don't have boyfriends and they see guys for ages and ages.
Do you think women need labels more than men?
I think men need them too. I think they just don't want to admit it. What do you think?
100%. Men are such little pussies when it comes to that. They want the whole cake thing. It's like my ex said previously, men just want to be free.
Free to do what? Okay, yeah, I get like when you're young, you want to go out and meet people, whatever. But if you have a really good relationship, really good time with somebody, why are you always looking for something else?
They want to be free to be able to go to Glasgow and for me to be okay with it every year.
Okay, well, he can go to Glasgow and you can still be in a relationship if he's loyal.
Yeah, apparently that's where the lines get blurred.
Why do you think everyone's so obsessed with, like, having a label now? So say you start dating somebody tomorrow, you're seeing them. Is that what you would be thinking is the next step?
Naturally, yes, because if I hit it off with them instantly and I can kind of see in the immediate short term that, oh my gosh, I think I might be seeing him quite regularly this month. Naturally, I would think to myself, is this gonna go somewhere? Will we need to have a conversation about what are we? Where's this going? What do you want? You know, it always plays in the back of your mind, I think, when you're dating.
Like, do you think men actually think that, or do you think they just think, like...
Do you think they think?
No, men don't think. But I just think they go with the flow. You know? And then if they really like somebody, they'll be like, oi, want to be my girlfriend? Why I'm doing a voice. And they're like, yeah, been thinking about this the last 7 months.
Do you think?
I mean, that is probably my experience.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I didn't become boyfriend-girlfriend for like 6 months.
So walk us through that. Walk us through the history of all the labels that you and your current partner's gone through.
So basically, we met and we saw each other a lot, but then he ended up moving away from London. And then we were just seeing each other all the time and hanging out. And then 6 months went by and I was traveling up to go see him. We were trying to see each other all the time. We were seeing each other loads and loads. And in my head, I remember thinking, like, what are we doing? And am I going to keep investing so much time if we're not going to be something? And also because I hadn't had a boyfriend before, I remember having the feeling of like, oh my God, like, maybe it's just going to be another fail.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I knew it was different because I actually really liked him. Whereas, like, I feel like a label, if you're not too fussed, you know, you just, like them, but you're not, like, really like them, then it's okay. Whereas, like, this one, I was like, if it fails, I'm going to feel bad. Like, the breakup, which it isn't a real breakup, but if we had a breakup, then I would be crushed, you know? Because it was like, you almost had it, but you didn't.
That's hard. What would the breakup diet be for that situation?
That, honestly, I think would be more of a breakup crying and breakup self-critical moment than even if you just get dumped.
Yeah.
I think that would hurt me more because you don't have it.
And you feel like you can't articulate how sad you are about it.
Yeah, because also you feel like it's not worthy.
Yeah.
It's not worth your time getting that sad because he didn't mean that much to you because it's not a real boyfriend.
Did you ever go through the exclusive label with him?
No. But to be honest, I kind of felt like maybe he didn't feel like this, but I felt like from the moment we met, we were kind of boyfriend-girlfriend because of the way that I was being treated and like how much we were seeing each other. But then not having the label did confuse me and make me upset. And like, I know he probably doesn't know this, but like when I would go back, say, from seeing him, I would be thinking like, why? And sometimes cry.
That is hard because you're like obviously traveling a lot and you're just thinking, is all of this worth it?
Yeah, and then you're like, imagine he just finds somebody else or is like, see ya, and you've spent all that time and then you don't know. And I didn't want to bring it up.
It's awkward.
It's awkward to be like, say, what are we now? I don't know why I'm doing so many weird voices. But what are we? Like, you know, also to have to ask somebody like, am I your girlfriend? Do you see me as this? It's so awkward.
have you spoken to him about it in terms of his perspective as a man and his journey with the labels in your relationship?
It actually came up at the pub the other week. I said we didn't start dating until like 6 months. Everyone was like, that's such a red flag. I was like thinking, yeah, it is. If I heard that, I would think so too. But we're still together.
Yeah, for sure. So did the lack of label in those 6 months confused him too?
I don't think it did, but I have to ask him. Maybe I'll ask him.
Get on the pod!
No. He's not talking about any of his ex-breakups. Hell no. You went on a trip, Ilma. I'm taking you down memory lane.
Oh my god, oh no.
You went on a trip to somebody's home. And you didn't know where you stood. But how did you leave?
That's the thing. After spending 5 days together so intimately and just 5 days together, you would think it would lead up to a conversation, but it didn't.
But I thought he just introduced you to his whole family as your girlfriend.
Wait, are you talking about Manchester or Miami?
Manchester.
Sorry.
So we're getting confused on which one. I'm talking about Manchester.
Whoa, that Manchester trip last year where I just met his family in one hit.
Was that confusing, not having a label with this guy before you went on the trip and then meeting someone's whole family? Like, what do you say? Hi, I really like to sleep with your son. Here's some wine.
It's confusing because I just, straight out of the divorce, I'm here wondering, is this the norm now? Do we just meet people's parents without the label? Honestly, I blame it on my divorce, blame it on being out of the market for so long. It did confuse me, but it didn't give me the courage to ask him what we were.
So did you just kind of assume, because I'm meeting the family, we must be something? Or were you like, let's go?
For me, it was, you know what? I love a challenge. Single for the first time in 6 years. Let's see what this is about.
So Emma, what are you doing in our family house? Why are you here? What are you doing with my son? Is he just an item to you? What do you do if they ask you that?
I'd say he's a discounted item from Ann Summers, yes. Just kidding.
He was left on the shelf and I thought, I have to pick him up.
Not even on the shelf, he was in the 2-pound bin. Really like him.
Why do you like him? I can't wait to be a parent. I'm gonna be like,
grill the shit out of the man.
If they did, I'd be like, what are you doing here?
What's your intention?
Yeah. Do you think that's the correct way to treat my daughter? Why did you break up with your last girlfriend?
I don't know how to be faithful. All right.
You know what I don't know? Why you're in my house.
Literally, push him out.
Anyway, so I'm asking you the question.
Yeah, no, seriously, I think I would still not say a label. I would just say, look, I really like your son. He's a lovely guy.
And we're hanging out.
And I just went through a traumatic event. I just went through a divorce. Be kind. I'm not ready.
So you can say that now, but soon you're not going to be able to say that.
Dude, I can't say it now. It's been 2 years. It's too long.
I mean, no, 2 years you could still probably get away with saying it.
Do you think? Okay,
Yeah.
Perfect. I might still use that and say, look, the reason why I'm single is I've just gone through a lot.
But I don't know if I would be telling your new parents that you're divorced.
Oh, that's crazy because my ex was literally like, oh, mum and dad, she's divorced and I think I'm her rebound.
What?
Yeah. And I'm just sat there like...
Is that some sort of social experiment? Sorry, but what the hell?
I just get thrown in them. I don't know how.
That is weird.
Well, I haven't been thrown into any recent social experiments.
We had another story that I didn't even realize was a label. You didn't make the label.
Which one?
Miami.
Whoa, Miami.
So, babe, you weren't even in the labels. You tried, but didn't get there. Sorry, that's a bit harsh, but didn't get there.
I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know what the expectation was.
It's awkward if you don't have a label and you go and you spend time with somebody because you don't know, should I use your washing machine or is that a bit weird? But I need to wash my underwear.
No, genuinely, I did tiptoe around the washing machine thing. Seriously. I don't know why that felt way more intimate than other stuff. And just like passing him like my dirty underwear, like,
Did you do that?
Yes.
You didn't wash them in like the sink or something?
Ew!
Well, if I was staying with a guy, sorry.
What sink? There's the kitchen sink and the bathroom sink. I'm not washing, like...
The bathroom sink? Sorry, but like, if you were seeing a guy for 5 days that you weren't anything with, there's no way I'm getting my underwear and being like, here's my crusty underwear, go put it in your washing machine. That's disgusting. I'd be secretly doing it in the sink and then, like, I don't know, hanging it up on the towel rack.
But then he'd be like, why are there wet undies in my bathroom?
Okay, or you just need to buy more underwear and then just, you know, put your dirty ones somewhere else and then put your clean underwear. Loads of it. So much.
I know. But
why didn't you do that? I would never. That's so bad, Emma. That is, you're trying to make him. It's like when you trauma bond somebody.
Oh.
You're trauma bonding him into being your boyfriend by giving him your crusty underwear.
It's like this random girl from London flew into my city, passing me her dirty underwear.
Only for 5 days.
And I just fuck off. Haven't spoken since.
That's why. That's the real reason. He's like, girl, you need to sort your shit out.
Like the pH balance in there, girl. What's happening?
Yeah. Oh, Gilma.
I know, but I've been like kind of sheltered since. No one's seen my crusty musties in a while. So if it was like you and if I was at your...
Before you started dating?
No.
What are we?
No, as in like
We're in a partnership, sorry.
No, we are actually in a business partnership. Yeah. Contract. No, say at like Saint-Tropez, if I was to stay at yours again, and I needed the washing machine, surely I'd be like, hey.
Yeah, hey.
Would you not grab them off me and put into the washing machine? It's a polite thing to do.
I wouldn't grab them off of you. If I saw your crusty musties, I would just let you put them in. I'd be like, thanks, I'll show you the washing machine and let you do your bits. Sort yourself out.
Fair. So I think just reading boundaries.
Yeah.
Should have added a label there.
Yeah, should have added a label. What to do when girl comes visit label.
Yeah. Do I give him my undies? Do I not?
With so say okay, so you never entered a label with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you now find it easier to just like get over him and let him go and, you know, have a breakup as such because he wasn't, you know, an official label?
No, if anything, it just made me think about him way more. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing.
It's because you're still... I've just enlightened you to the situation that the reason he didn't want you as a label is because you gave him your dirty underwear. That's why. It's just one of the phases of the breakup diet. It's called acceptance.
Yeah. Genuinely. No, but I think because there was no label, I just thought about him way more. And I would think about, what could I have done for us to like...
Yeah, how am I going to get back in there? I think with a breakup, it's actually easier if you do have a label. It's not easier, like it's obviously still really hard, but it's easier to wrap your head around, okay, it's done. This was something. It's done. Whereas like if you don't, you feel like it's not something, so you shouldn't be sad about it, but then you feel more... like hurt.
You just think about it so often. Like I think genuinely the first 2 months of coming back, he was like on my mind, living rent free. I've gotten better now because I literally had to get a lobotomy to get him off my mind. Even 2 years ago, I had this another 5-day summer fling. What is it with me in 5 days?
Maybe you need to like make it less days or make it more days so you know.
Genuinely. So I had like another 5-day summer fling. He was on my mind for like 6 months. It was so strange. And I tell my best friend, because I met him through my best friend, like, look, like, I think I'm in love with this fella. And my best friend's like, you're not. You're just single for the first time in ages.
You romanticize it. Also, because if you're going away or you're seeing someone and you're traveling, you're like out of your territory. So then, you know, you romanticize, it's like the movie. It's like the holiday. You know?
Yeah, so like that summer fling, I was the one hosting all my friends and I met him through there and he'd end up staying at ours, and because he was in my world, it made me romanticize him more because, I can see how he fits into, my world.
Yeah, and also you were doing more fun things. So then you were like, oh my God, this is so great. La, la, la. When
And, like,
reality...
showing him the magic of London and you're just in that high. And then when it's gone, you want that. And you fantasize that.
So do you think the breakup of that was you were breaking up with the idea of him, and it could have actually been, in theory, anybody? It's just that he was the person that came in at that time.
He was the lucky man, right place, right time. And there was no exchange of crusty underwear.
Well done, Ilma.
Wow, the standards for me right now.
You're keeping it real. Do you think it is a red flag if your partner doesn't want to define a relationship?
Yeah, I'd be like, are you blind?
Duh.
Like, I can get 10 of you right now.
What if he's like, all right, go do it then?
Well, I'm gone. I'm sprinting out.
But then you're like, please call me.
Then I'd be like, wait, why did he just accept his defeat so quickly like that? Did he not like me enough?
Yeah.
What?
He calls you up and he's actually like, imagine you hear from him again. Ilma, you forgot something.
What did he forget, Yaz? What?
You...
Stop!
I can't stop laughing. I'm gonna cry. I'm crying.
You're literally...
Okay.
No, let me answer your question.
Let me walk away for a second.
Sorry, Yaz has just left the building. Wait, are you checking if you've got crusties? I think it's 100% a red flag if the guy that you've been seeing, especially for a long time, does not want to put in a label. Because to me, it just makes me think, okay, you want access to my body, you want access to everyone else's body. That's how I'm going to see it, bluntly, but yeah.
So you would say that my boyfriend is a red flag?
Your boyfriend's a red flag?
Yeah, because we took 6 months. It's quite a long time.
No, it's not that. It's, say you were to have that conversation in that 6 months and he said no.
It's still 6 months. Think about that time frame. You probably would think he was if that never came up.
Yeah, no, I think I would get a bit like...
You haven't had the conversation. Would you then be, I don't know, looking elsewhere?
Oh, the apps never get deleted on me. The apps will never get deleted.
Raya is kind of like a game too. It's kind of fun. You go like, click, click, yes. Click, click, yes, no. Yes, no. It's kind of fun. It becomes a habit. One of my most frequent apps that come up, where the Siri is. I remember I was driving somewhere and it goes on my phone and goes type in something. Dating app right at the top. Awkward.
Oh, did he say anything?
Of course.
Stop. What did he say?
Well, he's obviously like, why the hell is Raya one of your frequent apps? And I'm like, haha, that's not what that means.
Raya's like a food app, babe. It's like another delivery.
We met on Raya. He knows it's not a food delivery app. To be honest though, it wasn't even like was never talking to somebody else or anything like that for the moment I met him. But still awkward conversation.
You handled it well.
Yeah, then I deleted the app.
So you're not on it?
Well, obviously not now.
Oh, sorry,
this was
my
at
bad.
the beginning.
Yeah, my bad.
This was before we even had a label, maybe like a month in.
Oh, fair.
Because you don't know where you stand. So I wasn't deleting it because even though I really liked him, everything, I was like, well.
No, fair. I completely respect that.
Give me the breakup diet for a situationship.
Personally, for me, I think I would cry the first 3 days because it is awkward, but you're feeling sad. It's okay to just let out that emotion. After then, it's just, who the fuck am I and who is he? That is the key ingredient for the breakup diet. Confidence.
The do's I have.
For the breakup diet?
The do's for the breakup diet for the situationship would be, do cry. Do talk about it with your friends, but maybe not so much because they might be like, but why do you care? Do tell your parents or your mum, whatever, because they can listen to you
Not
lots.
in my culture, babes.
Do get back out there, straight out. Find another situationship. Get fucked over again.
And repeat.
Do go to the gym. Get a body glow up. You know, do post a thirst trap. It's petty, but might make you feel good. Get some other people in there. Do self-care. And do not drink the first week.
Oh, that's smart.